In December, I was invited to speak on a panel at TEDx Women in DC, and the closing session of the conference was hosted by the one and only Eve Ensler. If you don't know Eve Ensler, she is a Tony Award-winning playwright, most well known for the Vagina monologues, using the themes and remarkable response to her revolutionary play in much the same way that we here at the Harry Potter Alliance use the themes and response to Harry Potter to do good in the world. Eve Ensler then founded V-Day, a global movement to end violence against women and girls. One of the hallmark achievements of V-Day is that every Valentine's Day around the world there are benefit performances of the Vagina monologues where money is raised and there are often opportunities for education and community and awareness building. V-Day has done a lot of exceptional and powerful things over the years, but this year was its 15th anniversary, so to celebrate, the organization spent the past year spreading the word about 1 billion rising. The 1 billion part represents how 1 in 3 women will be raped or beaten in her lifetime, which equates to 1 billion women impacted by violence. So 1 billion rising asked women and men and people of all genders to rise up yesterday on Valentine's Day, specifically to dance as an expression of empowerment and solidarity, and to demand an end to this violence. There were events taking place in over 180 countries, which is just about all of them. I was able to go to a quick event in Union Square here in New York City where they had a live band and they were doing the Macarena. Then they all marched together down the streets to the main event for the evening where there were speakers like Deepak Chopra and Rosario Dawson and Glenn Close, and unfortunately I couldn't go to that amazing part of the evening, but even being there for just a few minutes for the dancing was very powerful. So I brought up TEDx Women earlier because that is where I first heard about 1 billion rising. Eve Ensler hosted the finale session of the conference called The Rising. She had an incredible lineup of speakers, including one of my favorite artists, Ayatollah Wright, and the session ended not with the usual concluding speech by the host and formal applause and filtering out of the auditorium, but by the final speaker. Asali Devon Ecclesiastes, a spoken word artist, ended with a chant that everyone joined in on, and we all rose up from our seats and were led chanting and dancing out of the auditorium into the atrium where there was a band, and young dancers from the Brooklyn High School of the Arts were there to teach us the anthem dance for 1 billion rising, which then led into an all-night-long dance party. Dancing can be very freeing, but you have to open yourself up to it. You have to let go of your self-consciousness and let yourself be free. It's something that's very visceral, very natural. It's like the closest you can get to expressing the deepest, truest core of your being. If you look across time, across cultures, dance is often one of the highest forms of spiritual practice. Think of the whirling dervishes in Sufism, or many Native American tribes, or all of the instances of jubilant dancing in the Bible. Yet many religious groups today ban dancing because it is powerful. Across the world, there are many places where it is illegal for women to dance. And yesterday, women in those places rose up and danced. They took great risk to reclaim authority of their own bodies and to take up space, public space, where they are supposed to remain quiet and unassuming. And so we didn't just dance yesterday for our own individual liberation and to make a statement, but in solidarity with those unbelievably courageous women. While the rising yesterday all around the world was amazing, that in and of itself is not going to end violence. But the year of spreading the word about it and all of the media attention and grassroots word of mouth about it yesterday is the beginning of change. So V-Day asks that you take a pledge that sometime this year you will do something to end violence against women. It can be big or small, personal or political, public or quiet, whatever you do, it will help create change. Please check out the 1 Billion Rising YouTube and main site to watch events from all over the world and for more information about the enormity of this problem, how many lives it affects, and what you can do to help end this violence.